Hey everybody, Johnny Kashmere here. Welcome back for another Wrestling with Reality. We're going to go ahead and do another Mandela Effect episode. But before I do, there's a few things I want to say, a few responses to comments. So if you're just looking for the Mandela Effect examples, you may want to fast forward about a minute and a half. So first, I have been getting somewhat crucified on my comments for saying that my examples are Mandela effects for sure. The truth is, they may or may not be. It would probably be more accurate for me to name these videos Mandela Effect examples ? And then maybe subtitle it something like things you probably were not aware exist. That would probably be more honest and more accurate. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. These are things I've never heard of. I don't know if you have. I just want to spread the word about the Mandela Effect and raise the awareness of the public as much as possible. That's my goal. Not trying to talk anyone into believing in it, or I'm not a banner carrier for certain Mandela effects. Everything affects everyone differently, and I know that. The other thing I wanted to say is a lot of people have asked me what I think the Mandela Effect is. My best guess is that it has to do with a lot of tourists going down to South America to sit with shamans and experience ayahuasca trips. And also people all over the world who are smoking DMT. I think that they are tripping and they are seeing certain beings, strangely colored objects, and if our consciousness is really making our reality, then it would make sense that these strange images, creatures, whatever, are seeping into our collective unconsciousness as a race and becoming real. So that's part of what I think's happening. The other part is I think we may have possibly moved our location in the Milky Way. And someone commented asking me if I would show the video where Neil deGrasse Tyson says that we're in the Sagittarius arm. So I'll show that in a minute. The other question I want to answer is people ask me what the first Mandela effect I ever experienced was. And I've noticed a lot of people online are talking about, the possibility that the Mandela effect may have been around for decades or even centuries. And I found that interesting. And the fact that we have the internet now and we can contact people all around the world pretty much in real time, I think that's why we know what's happening. It could have been going on for a long time, and we would have had no way of comparing notes with each other across the planet, so to speak. But the first one I ever noticed was this one. Fruit Loops. I don't know what age I was, but I probably was in my 20s, and I was in the supermarket, and I looked, and I saw this box, and I thought to myself, that is not the box I remember from when I was a kid. There is no way there were two O's like that, but I didn't think anything of it because there was no such thing as the Mandela Effect yet. So I just sort of wrote it off as like, that's weird. But in no way did I think, I'm misremembering it. I know that it used to say Fruit. I know that. So that's my first experience with the Mandela Effect. Now, before I get started, I want to do a shout out and thank Curious Sir and Curiouser on YouTube for a lot of some of these that I'm going to be showing you. So without further ado, let's get on to it. So as promised, here's Neil deGrasse Tyson. Ready? Listen to this.
Welcome back to Star Talk from Manhattan, New York City, North America, Western Hemisphere, Earth, Solar System.
Here it is.
Sagittarius arm.
Booyah!
Milky Way galaxy.
Now, none of these guys said, no, that's not true. And I don't know who they are, but they look pretty smart, especially this guy. He looks like he could be a scientist. But now we're supposedly in the Orion Spur. Look, here's the Sagittarius arm that we used to be in according to Neil deGrasse Tyson and what most people remember. But here's the Orion Spur, and here's our sun. So we have actually moved quite a distance in the universe if this is true. So that's another reason that the Mandela Effect may be happening. It might not just be the DMT and ayahuasca trips. It might also be the fact that we're in a different area of space-time. And as we move through space and time and make an imprint on space-time, there may be different animals that exist here, that can exist here. I don't know. But it's as good of a guess as any, is how I look at it. Now, I'm a Scorpio, okay? And I always knew it as Scorpio, but look, now it's Scorpius. Again, might not be a Mandela effect, but it's definitely strange. And I definitely don't remember it called Scorpius. I always tell everyone I am a Scorpio. So make of that what you will. Okay, while we're on the solar system, how many planets have rings? Saturn, right? Maybe one more. Did you know 4 planets have rings? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. All 4 of them have rings. And look, this one's rings are going clockwise, not around the equator like all these other ones. This one's following a line of longitude. So 4, I only remember 1, maybe 2, but now 4 planets have rings, and they've even found asteroids with rings now. I don't remember that. So now let's get into some natural phenomenon. I actually have 25 total Mandela effects in this video for you. So here's one. The Fly Geyser in Nevada. Have you ever heard of this thing? I mean, look at it. It looks awesome. It almost looks like a little Smurf village. Like if you went to Disney World, this would be one of the rides. Like you would be driving a little log flume through here and you would see this thing, and little gnomes would come out of it dancing and singing. And I mean, look at this thing. Again, I'm sure some of you are going to say you've been there. I don't ever remember it. I am amazed that this exists, but it's so neat looking. How about stone forests? Have you guys ever seen these? Of course, in China. Most things are either China or Australia. Look at this. These aren't trees. These are stones. You can see the trees in the middle. How strange. I have never heard of that. Ever. There's even a picture of a guy like climbing on one of these. I wish I could find that for you. I don't see it though. But look, here's a lady. She's on like a little bridge or something. Look at this. How does that even happen? I think it's so cool. And that's in Madagascar. It's funny. I always say it's either China, Australia, Madagascar, or the Galapagos. Whenever anything weird. But lately there's been some like South America too. Some Argentina and stuff. But there you go. Stone forests. How about the Lion City in China? It's an underwater city. Now they say it was flooded. Hey, for all we know, an underwater civilization made this. I have no idea, but look at how neat. Look, this is all underwater. I mean, wow, right? Look how crazy. And I assume that they're all over the world, but look, this is Qingdao Lake, China. Look, there's a lion. All this is under the water. How crazy is that? Why is this happening? How crazy is that? Anyway, what about an underwater museum in Cancun? Have you heard of this? Look at the statues. This is like an underwater museum. Like you can scuba dive down here. Look. This is so neat. Like I've never heard of this. Look. Guys in a boat. This is all at the Underwater Museum of Cancun. Now, if these statues were up like on the earth, on the land, they wouldn't be that big of a deal. But the fact that they're underwater is so crazy. Look, this is my favorite one. Look. An Incan warrior, or whatever he is, watching TV. Crazy. So how about the Island? Look at this. This was found in Argentina. And this landmass here rotates, and it's almost a perfect circle. Like, come on, man. We know nature does not do perfect circles, so it's got to be man-made, but like when and where? I've never heard of it. If you want to look at it on Google Maps or Google Earth, here is the latitude and longitude. Okay, it's at 34 degrees, 15 minutes, 8.21 seconds south, and 58 degrees, 49 minutes, 47.69 seconds west. All right, that's if you want to do some research on your own. So that's the Island. How about the Eternal Flames Falls? Look at this. Now, the only eternal flame I knew of was in the crypt of President John F. Kennedy in Washington, D.C. But this is in New York, and I live in Jersey, so I've been to New York tons of times. I know the area. I am really surprised I've never heard of this. Apparently, there is methane gas. Look, even when it's like, I mean, that's amazing. And somehow the methane gas gets lit, and then it just stays eternally lit like that. Isn't that cool? I want to go to this thing, man. That is just crazy. Look, just random things lit. Unbelievable. Never heard of that before, people. Not saying it's definitely a Mandela effect, but, ugh, very strange. How about the Blood Falls? In Antarctica, there are blood falls. Now, obviously, it's not blood, okay? And they say it's a century-old mystery. But look at this. I mean, that is just gross looking. Now, we know it's not sap because there's no trees in Antarctica. We know it's not lava because it would be melting all this ice and snow. So, like, what is it? I'll have to look more into that. But that is just crazy. Look at it. It looks just like blood. So they finally solved the mystery of what it is, but I'll have to look into that because that's just strange. Just the fact that it even exists. Like, I've never seen it, never heard of it, whatever. How about this? Glowing emerald-like blocks of ice in Russia. Look at this. These things are at Lake Baikal in Siberia. Look at how beautiful. It looks like the Fortress of Solitude from Superman, doesn't it? I mean, look at how beautiful. I mean, it is just gorgeous. Man, I wish I had ice blocks like this. Like at my wedding, I think I'll want an ice sculpture with this stuff, you know, like pouring champagne out of it or something. Like, how cool is that ice? I have never seen ice like that in my life. All right, how about Brazil's Flying River? What? Yeah, Flying River. Look at this. Now, normally it's invisible. It's just water vapor. It's like a flow of water vapor. But sometimes it gets so dense that it's just water flowing through the air. And they say that the flow strength of this flying river is equal to or greater than the Amazon itself. And the Amazon's the second largest river in the world. So this is really crazy. Okay, have you ever heard of the Flying River of Brazil? I sure haven't. So we've talked about the pink lakes. How about pink rocks? Not photoshopped. And that's another thing I want to say to people. If you look at some of the pictures on my videos and say they're photoshopped, take a second and go on YouTube and look up what I'm talking about, and it will be there in living color in video. Okay, so nothing I'm showing you is photoshopped. And even if I do accidentally show you a photoshopped one, the thing I show you does exist, and you can find pictures and video of it. But look at this. In Cambodia, there is pink rock. And that is just crazy. Like, I've heard of pink sea salt. Look at this. Pink rock. This is like opposite of Australia's pink lake. Yeah, the lake would be pink and all the rest of the rocks would be regular color. Just amazing to me. All right, we're staying on pink. How about the pink robin? Whoa, ho, ho. And where's the pink robin exist? Dun, dun, dun. Australia. Look at it. Look how beautiful. Obviously, around here, we only have orange robins. I didn't even know pink robins existed, but whatever. How about the fact that pearls are now multiple colors? Look at this. Someone opened up this oyster, and look at the different color pearls in here. There's regular color pearls. There's like a skin-colored pearl. There's like a purplish, raspberry-ish colored pearl. I don't know how to describe these colors, but they're not all white. And I thought that pearls were just white. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not a Mandela effect, but these are natural pearls that are multicolored. I mean, I think that's pretty damn cool. How about grapes? You can get them in what? Black, purple, or green, right? Nope. They have blue now. Blue, pink, all different color grapes. Look at these. Look at the different color grapes. Rainbow grape seeds. Like, are you kidding me? Just amazing to me. Wonder how they taste. How about blue mushrooms? Of course, it's China. Look at these things. Blue mushrooms. Yuck. I can't even imagine. Would it be any good in a salad, I wonder? Look, blue mushrooms, people. Cray, cray. Now, I showed you guys the blue lobster. How about purple crabs? These things were just discovered. Look at these things. Purple crabs, people. Unbelievable. And these are in the Philippines. Look at this guy. I'm a purple crab. What's up with you? But look, like, it's like a purplish, and then it goes into like a pink, and then it goes into a red. It's so gorgeous. I don't know. That amazes me that these things even exist. Now, the one fear I have in this world, the one and only fear, is praying mantises. They make me sick. And of course, people that are abducted by aliens say that it was a mantis being. Like, of all things for an alien to be, it's got to be a praying mantis just to mess with my head. But look, they're not just green or like yellowish anymore. Now they have multiple colors. Look at this disgusting thing. Look, pink in there and some bluish, some turquoise. I mean, what? I've never seen that. Look at this mantis. It's an orchid mantis. Pink. That wouldn't even scare me that much. I think the green is what, like, that's disgusting. The greens and browns, yuck. But, like, look at this one. This one's, like, blue and purple. Like, what? When did this happen? Right? I don't know. I don't remember seeing colored mantises like this. I'm sorry. I just don't. Look. Oh my goodness. If that thing did that to me, I'd be scared. But look at the color. Look, it's got like an eye. Looks like a peacock feather. Yuck. Mantises are gross. These things make me sick. Look at this one. A horned mantis. Look at the colors. It's almost camouflaged. Look at this one. Absolutely disgusting. These things make me sick. Look. I would hope that someone made a yin-yang on there and that's not natural. I'll have to look into that. The Indian flower mantis. That's so gross. How about glass butterflies? Look, these things exist in like Washington State. There's even one in Philadelphia in the insectarium or whatever. Look, you can see through their wings. Look how neat these things are. This is like nature's saran wrap. Nature's plastic wrap. That is just, to me, absolutely amazing. Look, you can see the green of the plant right through it. I mean, look how beautiful these things are. Look at that. The glass butterfly. Awesome. All right, how about this fruit? The Iodoicea? Iodoicea? Look at this. It's called the double coconut palm. Look at it. So this is like one coconut and this is another coconut. It kind of looks like a butt. Or like the front, like a woman's hips. Right? Like here's her like quad muscle. Here's her hips. Well, we won't go there. But look, they're neat looking, aren't they? Have you ever heard of these things? I wonder what they taste like. Look at how big they are, too. Look how big. Iodoicea or Iodoicea, I have no idea. How about the custard apple? You ever heard of this thing? Custard apple. These are Jamaican. They're from Jamaica. Look how neat they are. They're green on the outside, white on the inside with these like weird black seeds. Look. I guess it's also called soursop fruit. I don't know. But I mean, like, could you imagine a custard apple pie or custard apple custard? Whoa. Get that in the artisanal stores and restaurants immediately. But anyway, these custard apples apparently have a lot of health benefits. I don't get it. Whatever. All right, let's do a few animals and then we'll wrap it up. I know you guys love the animals. How about this? The Pelican Eel. Oh my goodness. First of all, look how big the mouth is on this friggin' thing, right? That's the first thing. Okay, look at it. Like, why do its jaws need to be this big? What is it eating in the ocean that's that big? And the second thing, which to me I find utterly amazing, It's also called the gulper eel. Look at it. Has a tiny light-producing organ called photophore at the tip of its tail. Look at this. It's like got a little built-in flashlight so it can see underwater. Are you kidding? Like, nature makes a flashlight now? I mean, it's like Rudolph the red-tailed gulper eel. Look, and they inflate and deflate. Like they can get big and, oh my goodness, that is just crazy. These things are amazing. The Pelican Eel. We've got to see one of these in person. How about, now the last couple videos ago I talked about the bat and how the vampire bats are big and blah, blah, blah. And someone said, oh, that's not even the biggest bat. Well, check this out. The Bismarck Flying Fox. Look at the size of this gross monstrosity of nature. Look at it. Look at the guy. And he's probably not that tall of a guy. He's probably like 5'5" or something. But so what? Look how big this thing is. Like what? That is gross. Look. Look at its wingspan. You can even see the veins in its wings. Ew. That is absolutely disgusting. Could you imagine having one of these things like land on you or bump into you? Oh, I don't know what I would even do. Look. Look. Oh yeah, let's just hold it and play with it. Sure. Unbelievable the size of that thing. Look. Ew, and that's a small one. Would you ever grab these things? I mean, come on. Bats have spikes all over their body, and their saliva carries rabies or whatever, and then as they fly, the spit goes all down their body, and you touch it, and the spike pierces your skin and gives you the disease through the saliva. All right, the last one. The Irrawaddy dolphins. Now, I think I've seen these things before, but look how weirdo. Look how weird they are. They're like so kind and nice and gentle. They're just like the happy friend of the dolphin family. But what's so weird about these things is they live in rivers. There's 8 places in the world that they live, okay? And they're freshwater. Freshwater dolphins. That is so neat to me. I don't know. I just think these things are so cool. Look at them. Look. Hello. How are you today? Thought I'd come up and say hello. I give it a Australian accent, but in reality it's not really. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I am proud to announce that my first video I put up about 2.5 weeks ago is already over 11,000 views today. So I hope everyone continues to enjoy these and comment and let me know if there's any more Mandela Effect or possible Mandela Effects I should cover. And make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you're notified of all future videos. Johnny Kashmere for Wrestling With Reality is out. Have a great one, guys.